Well, hello, my loves. Welcome back to Miss Master Self One on One. I hope everyone is doing well. Y'all, I am so goofy sometimes. Like, I said I was gonna get on here and I was gonna do this like real, like, I don't know, prestige, bougie, Polish, British. I don't know. Epic fail. Anyways, my loves, welcome back to Miss Master Self 101. I am happy to be with you guys again for another session on the channel. And as always, we're going to start our session off with some positivity. And we're going to see what the universe has in store for us today. Let's see. I have a good topic for today, too. Let's start. Today's affirmation says, make it priority to commit to your commitments. Wow. Make it a priority to commit to your commitments. Y'all heard that? Commit to your commitments. So the goals that you've been writing down, those thoughts, those big ideas that you've been having, and you finally put some action to it. Yeah, go ahead and make it a priority to commit. Like fully commit, like as in a relationship, like as in a marriage, like as in up there on the altar and they're asking to commit each other to each other type. Correct. Commit yourself fully to your commitments and there's no way you can fail. Period. That was a goodie. Because that is literally what I'm doing right now. Miss Master Self is going to be committed to you guys until I'm okay, until ... I like that. So listen, I don't want too much smoke today because today's episode is mainly for a specific audience, and I'm talking about the ladies. I am a girls all the way down to the ground. Okay, you know how they be like bros over hoes? Well, hoes over bros all day every day with me. And ladies, this is for y'all. So you may need to get you a piece of paper and a pen because you may be hearing some things that you haven't thought of before and they sound like a really good idea, and you're going to actually take some action because you're going to what? Commit to your commitments today. Woo! Okay, I ain't going to do too much. All right, ladies, today's topic is going to be about appearance. Appearance is important. So you know how some people like to say, oh, appearance is really superficial and this person just cares about how they look and doing this and dressing up and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they don't get it. They have that mentality and they have that attitude because they're cut from a different cloth, literally. I want to talk about how appearance is important and why it's important for you to up and elevate your appearance at all times, in different aspects and for many different reasons. So let's start with, this is a good one. Always leave the house feeling and looking your best. Never walk out that door if you don't look your best or feel your best. Because we all know when we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good, we have a good day, period. So if you put on something and let's say, I don't know, you put on an old jumpsuit that you haven't worn in a while and it's not fitting you like how it used to fit you before because either you've gained some weight or lost some weight. So, you know, it's just not giving. Yeah, go ahead and sit that down, and you might need to start a pile, a get rid pile, and start getting rid of clothes that no longer serve you and clothes that don't make you feel your absolute best. I'm going to tell you why. When you start wearing threads and wardrobe that make you feel good, when you look in the mirror and you know you look good, you feel good. And what does that do on the inside of us? You know, it boosts that, I guess, our ego. It definitely boosts our self-confidence. It boosts our self-love, and it boosts our self-esteem. When we look good and we feel good, we exude that energy out into the universe as well. And guess what? We attract more. We get more favor. We get more opportunity. People just want to do for us because you're vibrating off of a very high frequency. That frequency of love and self-love is one of the highest frequencies ever. So when you start vibrating off of that true, genuine self-love, others can feel that. They can pick up on that. And it's almost as if the universe is using them to like move and send you certain type gifts and just dropping all kind of opportunities right there into your lap. So it is very important to always leave your house, not just looking, but also feeling your best. Listen, sometimes you may have to be late to some places where you're going because maybe the outfit that you had picked out prior, for some reason today, is just not fitting how you need it to be fitting. Or let's say that one lash is just not, it's not sitting how that other lash is sitting, and now we have to take it off and reapply and keep going, and it's gonna delay you along your journey sometimes. But that's good, because I'd rather you walk out of the house feeling 100% confident versus walking out of the house half-stepping. That's a problem, because suppose the day that you decide to half-step, you somehow fall into the presence of some, I don't know, high society prestige people. If you're a woman, you this rich, wealthy man, and everything that you've been manifesting, suppose that opportunity comes right in front of you, knocking on your door, and you decided to walk out of your house half-stepping. Terrible. Always leave the house looking your best. You never know what can happen. Suppose you walked out of your house wearing your pajamas and a bonnet, just looking a mess, and you're on the road and you're driving and something happens, and I don't know, God forbid, you get into an accident. Now you gotta go to the hospital. Now you in the hospital looking a hot mess. You in the hospital and you got on them holy drawers because you was home. And you ain't expect anybody to be seeing them. And that's what you walked out of the house in. You done walked out of the house and you ain't even washed up. You ain't flossed, you ain't brushed your teeth, crust all still in your eyes. You know how that looks. You get to the hospital and that's the first thing that people got to see, somebody starting their shift with your funky breath. Please, always leave the house looking and feeling your best, ladies. You get more favor, like I said. People are going to do more. When you're happy, you're not hating. Hello, can we make that an affirmation? When you are happy, you are not hating. There's no hate in a happy frequency. When you have happy vibrations around you, everything looks good and feels good. And so if something comes into your vision and it looks good, you're gonna voice that and express that. Wow, you look so good, and it comes out so, you know what I'm saying, so genuine. Versus when on the inside you really not happy and low key. That's why a lot of people around here hating. It is what it is, though. So always be up on your appearance, because when you walk out the house looking good and feeling good and you're happy, you're never hating. It is very important to consider your appearance, because you are always attracting and repelling at the same time too. How about that? When you walk out of your house, okay, let's use me right now for example. If I go walk out of my house, I didn't do too much, but I did put on some eyes to do a little seductive look, I put on some lips. The dress that I have on, it's red. It matches the lips, so it all kind of like flows, but still very simple and elegant, right? Okay. When I walk out the house and I go to certain type of neighborhoods, I am going to attract certain type of men, and I'm going to repel others. Men who may be intimidated by me, because once they see me, they like automatically assume that I'm stuck up, high maintenance, prissy, they're going to be repelled from me automatically because of my appearance. I didn't come out the house in my robe and my bonnet with my bedroom shoes on looking a mess, where they like, oh, she cute, she whatever. You know how they say, you cute when you don't have nothing going on. Like, oh, I like you like this. You don't need your hair done. You don't need no makeup on. You look good just like this. No, sir. When you walk out the house looking your absolute best, you're going to repel those men, because they're going to be like, oh, no, I don't even have a chance. Or, man, she stuck up. That ain't my type. Good. I'm glad you realized that. Very smart man, actually. Very wise. Versus you get done up and you walk out into a certain, environment where, like let's say a busy business district where they have all those restaurants, and you're going to go have some brunch or have some lunch, and you show up there and you walk in. Your appearance is going to attract a certain caliber of person. That's automatic because of how you look, because of how you're carrying yourself. If you would have walked in with that bonnet, it would have been they would have been looking all right, but definitely not for the reason that you intend. So always leave the house looking your best. So the last thing that I want to hit on with why appearance is so important is because it is a form of self-love. It boosts our self-confidence, it boosts our self-esteem, and it also lifts our mood. And let's be real, when we walk out the hair shop and our hair's done, and if you're a girly like me, your lashes done, eyebrows done, makeup done, nails, toes done, you know exactly how you feeling. True goddess, you are vibrating off of one of the highest frequencies, if only y'all would have known. You know how powerful and magical you are right then and there, vibrating off that self-confidence and all that self-love. You know how high it is because you know you look good. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I don't need your validation, love. I know for a fact I look good. I just got out the mirror. I know I look good. You want to always be vibrating in that height of a frequency, because then that means you'll be attracting more things that are alike into your life. So not only are you feeling good, not only are you boosting your self-love, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, but you're also attracting some of those same qualities, whether it's those same people back into your life or same situations and experiences that make you feel as powerful and as strong and beautiful as you are now. You're going to attract more of that into your life. And that's what we want. That's why it's very important to consider your appearance. Always be upping and elevating your appearance. So next, I want to talk about some ways that will allow us to elevate and improve our appearance. And I have quite a few for you guys today. So this is the part where I was saying, ladies, you might want to take out a little piece of paper and pen, or get your little notepad up on the phone, because some of these you might want to take down. All of these I do myself. If I ever recommend something to you guys, I'm never going to recommend anything to you that I have not done or tried myself and have had success. So here we go. Ways to improve appearance. First, I have skin and face exfoliation. If you don't have an African net and you have never used one before, I highly suggest that you go and purchase some. You may find them at some shops near you. Go on Etsy. I highly recommend Etsy because you can find a lot of authentic products on Etsy. If not Etsy, Amazon, you already know. That African net, what they call it, African net sponge or something. It's not a sponge. It's like a long net, and it's a certain type of material on it, and it really scrubs and exfoliates your body. So what happens when you scrub and exfoliate like that? You clear away all of those dead skin cells that are still lingering on your body. You get that up off you. So a lot of the times people realize that when they exfoliate often, they can clear up some discoloration. Discoloration is skin cells. That is your skin. Your skin is made up of skin cells. When you start to brush off and rub off and scrub off what no longer serves you, you get to see that nice glow that actually sits beneath the skin that's been waiting to pop out. It's just been waiting for the right circumstance, which now you have put it in the right environment by exfoliating and getting rid of the old so that the new can go ahead and sprout up and come in. So ladies, exfoliate your face. For my face, I do not use products that I buy from the store. I actually make my own because I like to I don't like to use a lot of different products on my face. I like to keep it as natural as possible. So for my exfoliator, I literally just use some brown sugar, some coffee, like the grounded up coffee, honey, and I put a little bit of olive oil in it. Mix it up and it lasts forever. You just take you a little bit, maybe like a good dime size or a nickel size, put a little bit of water, rub it up, and exfoliate everywhere on your face, everywhere, all over. And of course, our neck and our chin area, you want to exfoliate that as well. You rinse it and you're good to go. Exfoliation is key. Next, I have used gentle plant-based products on the skin. So this is kind of what I was just saying previously. You want to stay as close to nature as possible. So you want to use vegan-friendly products. Why? Because they reduce like sensitivities and irritations for those who have very sensitive skin. When you use those plant-based products, it ensures that you are not seeping any kind of chemicals into your skin. Folks, remember that the skin is an organ. It's actually the largest organ of the body, the skin. And the skin has pores. Things seep down and get sucked into those pores, which seeps into your body and causes problems, issues, sicknesses, conditions. So be very careful when you're putting products on your body. If you can't put it in your mouth, don't put it on your body, and don't put it in you either. Use aloe vera on your face. I love aloe vera down, lady. So you want to use some aloe vera after you've used a good cleanser to get everything off. Aloe vera is going to seep that moisture into your face. It's going to give you glowing skin, and it kind of gives you like a glass-like appearance. And you could kind of see my skin right now to see that like shine, glass-like. Get you some natural aloe vera. I would recommend growing your own. Just go to the store, buy a couple of plants. They grow babies all the time. All you have to do is just transplant it, and you get a new plant every single time. And you'll always have aloe vera. Also, aloe vera can be drunk. Blend it up in the blender. So I would take one whole leaf of aloe vera, scrape out all of that gel, put it into the blender, and add a little bit of water. Now this is going to depend, because you know aloe is very slimy. So you can add anywhere from 1 to 2 cups of water per 1 leaf of aloe vera. And then you want to go ahead and drink that down. Absolutely excellent for the skin, not just for the skin, but amazing for the body as well. It may be hard to get down. It is going to be a very slimy consistency, but with practice, it does get better. If you can't take that bitter taste, you could also use key limes. And I say key limes specifically because key limes are alkaline once they touch the bottom of the stomach, versus regular limes that remain acidic from the moment you put it into your mouth to the moment it digests inside of your body. It is acidic. You want to stay as close to alkaline as body, because when the body is in an alkaline state, no kind of disease or sickness can exist. So if we're going to do something, we want to, you might as well do it right. Do it the right way. So key limes inside of that aloe, and so water. Okay, y'all, do about 2 to 4 cups of water. Let me not do y'all like that, because I do mine with 1 to 2 cups of water, but you might want to need some more water so it can be a little bit more diluted. It's still going to have great effect and benefits though. The next tip that I have, and mind you guys, all of these that I'm going through right now, they're going to be, how do I say it, more so towards the root issue of appearance, and not so much the superficial side like clothes and shoes and wardrobe and different makeup products. I'm more so focused on the root of our appearance. Okay. So next I have moisturize your skin. I like coconut oil. I love Shea Butter Down. It works best when you get out of the shower and your skin is damp. Why? Because when your skin is damp, not wet, we don't need it dripping wet. We need it nice and damp, but not dry. When it's damp, that's when your pores are open the most, and that oil is able to seep down into your skin to provide benefits on the internal state of your body and not just the external state. So you get to heal the body from outside within versus from within and out. Body oils. Boost your appearance with body oil. Sometimes you could use a little shimmer if you go like on a date or you're going out for lunch or something like that. When you have that appearance of soft, glowy, moisturized skin, it just looks so healthy and vital. It looks very attracting, alluring, and seductive, and very feminine on a woman. Next is to create a face routine and be consistent with it. You can do a very, very basic face routine. I have a cleanser. I prefer to cleanse with authentic black African soap. And I would cleanse my face with that soap. And then after I cleanse my face, I would next use a toner. So you want to get you a cleanser and then a toner. I'm very basic with toner. I use witch hazel. From the toner, you want a good serum. Sometimes I get my serum from Dollar Tree. That brand Pure Beauty, it's something pure. Bomb brand at Dollar Tree. And if not Dollar Tree, I like to go to Ross and get my products as well. They have lots of vegan products and Korean products. And if you know about them Korean products, then you know. After the serum, next you want to do your moisturizer. So for me, I'm very basic. I prefer shea butter for my moisturizer. If I don't have shea butter, then I will go with a little bit of coconut oil. You want to be careful if you use coconut oil because it is very oily. A little goes a very long way, so be careful. Once you do your moisturizer, if I'm staying in for the night or for the day, that's it for me. But if I'm going to go out, after my moisturizer, I use a primer on my face. The same Pure brand from Dollar Tree, I get their primer. They have a liquid one, they have a cream one. I like the cream one better, but they both work great. They give a matte, you see it, kind of glowy, but it's still a matte appearance. After your primer, then that's when you can go in with your makeup and whatever you're gonna do to your face. If you're not gonna do any makeup, that's okay. I don't do any makeup, but I still do primer because I do like little bits of makeup, but I don't do the full beat. After the primer, then you need a good setting spray. You're going to set your face for the day. You may want to do a couple of rounds of that depending on what kind of face you have on. And I have one more tip after that. I know you're like, dang, you still got another one? Yes. Make a solution. Get you a spray bottle. And inside that spray bottle, you're going to make a solution with rose and also with, just rose will really do you good. But if you want to be a little bit more attracting and alluring, you want to do some rose and jasmine, the flower. Now you want to get the dry herb. You're going to get you some hot water, boil it on the stove, put the herbs in the water, strain it once it's done setting, let it steep. Once it's in the pot, once you put your pot on the stove, put some water in the stove because you know sometimes you got to break it down for people, and I'm okay with breaking it down. Get you a pot, put some water in it. Once that water starts boiling, turn it off. Turn the fire off. Put your herbs inside of the water, or if you have a tea bag, put your tea bag in your cup and pour the hot water over it. Cover it. Cover the pot or cover the cup. Allow it to steep for at least 5 minutes. 10 minutes, even better. Once it's done steeping, you're going to either let it cool for a bit, or you can just go ahead and strain it. If you don't need to strain it, then you're going to throw that liquid into the spray bottle and let it cool. Once it's cool, you'll be good to go. You're going to store this in your fridge because you're not going to put any kind of preservative in it. So you're going to keep it in the fridge. Every time you've done your face routine, after you've done your setting spray, you are going to spray this mixture on your face as well. Now, the spray bottle that I got from Dollar Tree, you spray it one time and it does this mist. It's a mister. I recommend that. One time, mist it all over your face, and it's also a form of glamour magic if you know anything about that. Rose is the highest frequency of all of the herbs. Imagine that. So you're definitely going to use rose, and it's also very moisturizing for the skin. You see it. So make that solution and use that on a daily basis. That is a basic skin routine. It may sound like a lot, especially if you're not familiar with doing it, but it really is not. And the more you do it, it just becomes habit. It does. It goes by very fast. It takes like 5 minutes, literally. Now, some of those times you are going to have extra steps, such as when you do your exfoliation with the brown sugar, the recipe I gave you, or if you are going to do a face mask, you may have extra steps. Next, to boost your appearance, get your manicures and pedicures. If you are a mani-pedi type girl, get them done. If you don't like to go get them done, we'll do it at home. But always keep your hands and your feet well groomed and maintained, especially as a woman. It's very feminine on a woman, and it is seen as very sexy to a lot of men. You know, a lot of these men have foot fetishes out here. So keep your nails and keep your feet done. It's going to make your appearance look more polished. Next, get up and make your face up. Put a little makeup on, y'all. Makeup boosts your appearance. It's going to boost your confidence. But sometimes you have to practice and play around so you can find out what fits you and what you like best on you. So get you some makeup. If you don't know what you're doing, watch YouTube videos and practice. Practice makes perfect. And even when you're practicing, you feel like you got good, keep going. Just keep doing it every day and remain consistent, because you want it to become a habit so it doesn't feel like anything when you're doing it on a daily basis. Foot detox. You may wonder, how is this going to boost my appearance? Well, literally, it's going to boost your feet appearance, because if you have any kind of feet fungus or any kind of feet cracking or any kind of feet issues, period, this simple recipe may take care of that for you. And all you need is the herb oregano and some pink Himalayan salt. Just those two simple ingredients right there. So for that oregano, you're going to boil your water that you're going to sit your feet in and allow the oregano to steep in that water. The longer, the better. Once that water has cooled to a temperature that is comfortable for you to place your feet in, you're going to add some pink Himalayan salt inside the water and mix it up very well. You can also add some tea tree oil for extra benefits. Then you just want to soak your feet inside that solution for about 15 to 20 minutes, and that should do the trick. This is something that you want to do on a routine basis. So you want to do that like weekly, once a week. So whenever you have your downtime and you're at home and you can do some self-love, you want to do that at the same time. Maybe you can be working on your nails or doing something on the computer. I don't know. But somehow incorporate that into your routine so it doesn't feel like you have to take out extra time to do it. Somehow do that and do something else at the same time. Next, I have working out. Move your body. Go walking, go jogging, go sprinting, go to the gym, get a personal trainer, do yoga, do Pilates. You have so many different options. Tennis, racquetball, pickleball, so many different options that you can choose from, but get into it. Exercising literally puts extra years onto your life expectancy. Someone who exercises on a regular basis, even if it's just walking for 30 minutes a day, you can literally add 10 years to your life expectancy. I think that's enough said. For your appearance, clearly you're going to look good. You're going to look snatched. The lower body is going to be right. You know that shed fat is going to shed from that upper body, from the arms, well, from everywhere, period. Neck, that fat's going to shed. Any kind of face fat is going to shed as well. So get into it. Find what is best for you. If you don't know, just practice everything. Dabble it out. Maybe for a month, try this. Do it for at least a month. Give yourself an actual chance. 3 months is best. 3 months actually builds a habit, but do it for at least a month to see if you like it. And then if you do like it, go for another 2 months and see how you feel after those 3 months. And then move forward or switch to something else. Next, hair. Keep your hair done. We already know how this goes. Switch it on up sometimes. Well, you know, with me, I have locks, but there are different styles that I can do with my locks. Like I have this one style that I do this bob. Oh my God, it's so cute. I did an asymmetrical bob one time. I know how to do rose petals. You know how they do those little like twists, the little 2 strands. And yeah, find different ways to do your hair. If you don't have locks, listen sis, I don't want to hear any excuses, because of all kind of wigs and cheap hairstyles and hair pieces that they have nowadays. I don't want to hear nothing. Keep your hair done, and if you can, change it up. Next, so this is going to be a big one. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big one, y'all, and I'm almost done. But this is going to be about diet. And if you know me, then you know how I feel about diet. I am a herbalist, y'all. So when it comes to diet and healing different things in the body and in the mind, I'm very passionate about it. So I'm going to give you a few different tips on how you can boost your appearance through your diet. And to be quite honest with you, if you only focused on these tips that I'm going to give you right now, you would probably boost your appearance by so much you have no idea, because everything starts from within. So we're going to start here. Stay hydrated. Water, they say we're supposed to drink at least 3 quarts, but up to a gallon. I don't know who out here really drinking up to a gallon of water. Well, my mom might be one of those, but drink you at least 3 quarts. Coconut water. Coconut water, it actually hydrates your body more than regular water. There are some folks out here who actually don't drink regular water, like purified or spring. They don't drink that, but they focus on drinking fruit juices, and especially coconut water. Coconut water is our natural electrolytes. Coconut water is found with so many different nutrients. Coconut water moisturizes and hydrates our body. Drink you some coconut water, and it's good. It has a nice flavor to it. Nowadays, they have different flavored coconuts for some people who don't like that taste. And also explore different brands, because every brand tastes different. Trust me. I'm an island girl, so I'm used to coconuts from off the actual tree. Hello? So I could tell you that there are huge differences between the real thing and between what they sell us in the store. So, you know, go through different varieties and options until you find the one that you like best. Make sure you read the label to read the ingredient so that it only includes coconut water. If it has extra sugar and preservatives, leave it. There are options out there that is 100% coconut water, so look for them. Aloe water and okra water. Yum. For both of these, you are going to set a good pitcher of water. You are going to cut up. If you are going to use aloe, use 1 leaf. Dig out with a spoon all of those slimy insides and place it into that pitcher of water. If you're going to do okras, you want to use about maybe a good 8 okras and cut them up into 1/2 inch pieces. And then you're going to throw that inside of the water and allow it to sit in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours before you consume. Once those 24 hours are up, you can drain the okra and drain the aloe and enjoy. Remember, I told you can add some lime juice to kind of take some of that bittery taste out and to kind of help you get it down. Lime juice works wonders. Very magical. Like I told you, aloe and okra are very similar with their benefits for the skin. It hydrates you. It gives you that glow. It gives you that gloss. It gives you that skin. That's not oil, people. That's literally my head shining. That's what it does for you. These 2 are a couple of supplements that you want to get into your daily diet. Number 1 is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the body's natural deodorant. Self-explanatory. Excellent for the skin. Number 2 is spirulina. Spirulina is a very, very green, I want to say, type of seaweed, something found in the in the sea for sure. And it actually contains chlorophyll. It does have a fishiest type smell. It's a little off-putting, but it is very nutritious for the body and for our skin as well. And it's good for detoxing. Anything green, good for detoxing. Speaking of anything green, how about veggies? green veggies. So string beans, peas, okra, green bell peppers, what they call chocho. Jamaicans call it chocho, but you guys call it something else. It's gonna come to me. Very nutritious. It's light green. It almost favors a pear, but it's in the veggie family. When you eat it, it kind of gives it's like a watery consistency almost. Very good though. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name right now. But you want to do green veggies because green is for detoxing. So it's going to remove whatever is not supposed to be in us. It'll get that out of us. And then when that happens, our new cells of what we're putting in our body is going to replace those old cells and build this new body and build this new skin and build this new appearance. Next, lots of fruits, lots and lots and lots of fruits. People eat juicy fruits, any kind of melons, watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe. They have all kind of different melons that they're making, but I would focus on those three. Strawberries, oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, pears, peaches, seeded grapes, and seeded watermelons. Actually, seeded everything. If it doesn't have a seed, don't put it in your mouth, okay? Next, eat as close to nature as possible. Eat real foods, eat whole foods. What do I mean by that? Take out those processed foods. Anything in a box, anything in a bag, it's probably processed. Chips, cookies, pastas, all of that stuff that are made with processed products, take it out of your diet. Actually just eat real food for a month and see how your body responds to that and see how your body feels. I guarantee you're gonna continue it. Real food, real ground food, real like eggs, you know, like veggies, of course, fruits, of course, legumes, beans, barley, oats for breakfast. Love, 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 love oats. What else? When I say ground food, I'm a Caribbean girly, so I mean like yams and sweet potato and green banana and plantains. That's what I mean when I say ground food. But you want to stay away from that rice, unless I think they say wild rice is good for you or something like that, but I would just stay away from rice, period. But yeah, you want to focus on eating more whole foods versus processed foods. That will do your skin wonders, especially if you have any kind of acne or breakouts. That will do wonders for your skin. Next, for diets, I have 2 supplements, collagen and biotin. Now, sometimes I get these 2 mixed up, so I am going to look them up again. But if I'm not mistaken, collagen is the source that gives our skin like the elastic, not texture, but it's elasticity. I think that's how you say that word. It gives that to our skin. Versus the biotin is more so towards our hair and our nails. So if you suffer from like brittle nails or your hair is falling out or weak hair, then you want to get some biotin into your body. So according to AI on Google, okay, collagen. It's actually a major protein in the body, and it's a building block for bones, muscles, skin, hair, and tendons. It maintains the skin elasticity, like I said, and moisture. It strengthens your bones and joints, and it also reduces the appearance of wrinkles and lines. So that's collagen. I know many people who put collagen inside of their coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't really know how that works. I'm more of a tea drinker, but I can't imagine putting something into my tea. Yuck. But I do have the supplement. It comes in a powder form, and it's like a lemonade, strawberry lemonade flavor. So you just use a little thing, and you take out the amount, put it into your cup, put some ice, put some water, shake it up really good, and suck that on down. And it works pretty well for me. I have not used it in a while, I will say that, but now that I'm doing this video, I think I actually am going to get back into that. Now, biotin. Biotin is a B vitamin. It's vitamin B7. and it helps the body convert food into energy. Clearly, that's good for the skin, because how else is your skin going to get energy? Through the foods that we're talking about right now. Biotin supports the production of keratin, the protein that gives hair and nails their structure. So biotin is pretty much for hair and nails, where collagen is kind of like for our whole skin system, sounds like to me. So those are 2 supplements that you could definitely get into your diet that will boost your appearance. 2 more, guys. Ginger shots. Make sure your ginger shots include cayenne, because cayenne gets the circulation in the body going. We need our circulation to be going in our skin and in our body as a whole, so that all of our organs continue to work properly, and so that when you are making different movements and exercising throughout the day, you actually get the benefits and results that you're looking for. Period. Lastly, and ginger, do some research. Ginger has so many different benefits for the body and for the skin as well. So do your research. I'm only here to give you the information. I'm going to need you to do some work and do some research as well. Lastly, for diet, sea moss. If you know, you know. The body literally needs 102 nutrients in order to function 100% properly. Remember that number, 102. Guess how many of those nutrients sea moss provides? 92. Over 90% of the nutrients that we need is actually found in sea moss in one little serving. So you want to get that into your diet. How? Some people raw dog it. I don't know how they do it. Like they buy it in a jar and they just eat it out, like just with a spoon, and like, gross. I'm a texture girly. I can't get that out of my throat. No, thank you. I would prefer, you can use the same gel, but I put it into a drink, like a smoothie, or my protein shakes. I put my sea moss in there, I blend it up, I drink, I don't taste a thing. I've also put them in like my popsicles. And if I make any kind of flavored ice cubes, like for if I do like a lemonade or something like that, and I freeze some of it as ice, then I'll actually put some sea moss in it as well. And that's how I get mine in, so that when I drink it, all I do is pop a few of those ice cubes into a cup, throw some water on it, and I'm good. Or put some coconut water on it, and I'm good. So that's all that I have for diet, guys. Well, ladies, my honey buns. Lastly, the last tip that we're going to talk about to boost your appearance is going to be to appear and be more feminine. Be more soft. Be more ladylike. Look and operate as a woman should. Let's go through a few quick tips on how we can improve ourselves when it comes to being more feminine. Number 1, tone. Work on your tone. You always want a very nice, soft tone. Sometimes you may have to slow down your speaking and slow down your words. It's very feminine when you take your time. Smile. Everybody always says a smile says 1,000 words or something like that. No, but seriously, smiling is very warm. It's very friendly. It's very inviting. It's very welcoming. Smile more. Mannerisms. Be mindful of your mannerisms. Thank you, please. Be courteous, be polite at all times. You know, there are certain circumstances where you have to get a little nice, nasty, but always keep it polite at the end of the day. Slow your walk and your movement. Sometimes people move too fast. They're always on the go. And when you move too fast and walk too fast, you kind of just look not as seductive as you would have looked, not as feminine as you would have looked had you slowed down. When you slow down, the natural movements and you're walking, the natural sway in your hips can actually be seen a lot better and more. So slow your walking and your movements. Next tip, always be seen and not heard. You shouldn't be stupid loud. You shouldn't be obnoxious. I shouldn't hear your mouth around the corner before I end up seeing you. It's not ladylike and it's not feminine at all. Smell good at all times is very feminine. As a woman, if you look good, you should smell good. Why? Well, when you look at food and it smells good and it looks good, what do you want to do with it? Next, limit your alcohol content. Always know your levels. Never exceed your levels. Don't be out here dancing on people's bars and falling over and throwing up. And listen, I'm a victim of it sometimes, but honestly, I know my limit. I just think I don't eat enough. That's my problem, especially being more so plant-based and pescatarian. I don't eat how I used to anymore, so my body can't really hold the liquor. I get it. Just know your levels, because once you start drinking a certain amount of alcohol, your spirit takes over, literally. And that's what alcohol is, a spirit. So a spirit is going to take over. And there's no telling what could happen and how you may appear. So always limit your alcohol. Not almost limit your alcohol. Always know your limit. It also helps you to stay alert. Next, be mindful of your body language. Being more feminine is moving in more fluid-like ways, you know, little swaying and playing with my hair and all of those little cute girly, yeah, that's very feminine. That's good. For some people who may not know how to be more feminine or may find it harder to be more feminine, a good tip is to just find someone who you admire and mimic them. Mimic how they look. You know, mimic maybe how they talk, the tone of their voice. Just pay attention, pick out things that you like and make it your own. Because if you start off mimicking, eventually you're going to make it your own anyway. You're not going to completely mimic them and become their robots and become their twin. No, you're going to pick out what you like in them and you're going to take that, master it, and make it your own. Next, this is a really big one, and many women have a problem with this, and I'm 30 now, and older women are very guilty of this when it comes to me, and I don't know why. Compliment other women. It really truly does show a high level of confidence and self-esteem. Compliment other women. That is so feminine. Why would you not? If you see someone come over and she's beautiful or she's gorgeous or you love her dress, why not just give her a simple compliment? It's very nice. It's very warm. You never know who you can run into. You never know who you can meet. You never know how your life can completely change off of the basis of one compliment. So give other women compliments. And when you're with a man, it makes you look like you're that, you know what I'm saying? It makes you look that way because it's like, oh yeah, she's secure. She's very secure in herself. Very confident. And people love that. Men love confident women. It shows main character energy. So get into it. Almost done, ladies. Next, for your makeup, focus on your lips and your eyes. Why? They're very seducing. They're very seductive. And once you learn how to use them, you get to turn them on and turn them off whenever you want. You see how I just did that? Focus on your eyes. If you don't like lashes, how about some liquid eyeliner? It's beautiful and it works well if you master that cat eye. Now that cat eye, boy, it may take you some time to master it, but once you get it and you got it, it's stuck. And it always comes out flawlessly and it looks beautiful on you if you don't like to wear the more glamour eyelashes. Now, I like eyelashes. I don't like the natural looking eyelashes. I just feel like I might as well just wear my own. I like some that's more of a little bit glamour, but not too much. Just like my alcohol, I know my limit. I know that I don't want, when I go like this, I shouldn't feel my lashes up here. I know that much. And I know that I don't want my eyelashes to be so thick that they look like caterpillars on my eyes. I know that much. So just know your limit when it comes to the lashes, lady. Minks are beautiful when they do those individual lashes. So if you got the coins for it, why not invest into it and see how it makes you feel? Lashes are just an enhancement of our appearance. It improves us. It does. Lashes, liquid eyeliner. This right here is just a little bit of eyeshadow. I have a palette. I get my brush, put some eyeshadow, and I just go like this, and I do two little things right there on the side, and that's it. And you see how nice it comes out? Lips. Red lips specifically. That's why I put them on for you guys today. How many of y'all been watching my lips? Very seducing, very seductive, very feminine, very sexy, and is. So, find your shade of red. Find your shade of red. Find your shade of red, or make it, if you can't find it, with either different shades of red, or if you have a red but it's too bright, all you have to do is just get a black eyeliner pencil, put a little color like that, and you're good to go. But find your own shade, because this red that I have on fits me, but had I would have put on something that looks like this, can you see that? You know what that's giving? Clown. That's not my color. Even if I would have had on something like this, it's not too bad, but it's still not my color. You got to find what works for you. Find your skin. See, this is a red. This is that same red that I told you about from Dollar Tree. I need to go back and find me some more. That Le Mercier, and I do not advertise for anybody, y'all, but this one right here, that one, this Le Mercier, it goes on as like a velvety, creamy type of texture. And it does not dry matte. It just gives a matte appearance. It's still creamy every time I go like this. So it's one of those applications like this. I use this. So this is the color. And if you could see, it's a little bit brighter than what's on my mouth. Why? Because I didn't like how bright it was, and I decided to put a little bit of black pencil just to darken it just a little, to give it more of a seductive look. And it worked. So find what works best for you, master it, and do that. Next, romanticize yourself, ladies. Romanticize yourself in every way, whether it's getting up, making yourself a nice, breakfast that you would get from a restaurant with your tea and your fruits all cut up real cute. Go outside on your balcony and go have your breakfast, or listen to some soft music. Make yourself dinner, have wine, have the jazz playing in the background, set the table for yourself. When it comes to your bath, do a whole a routine with your bath. Add in candles and Himalayan salt lamps and soft music and different lightings or projectings or decorations. Romanticize your life, ladies. That's how you introduce and attract more into your life. So if you're looking for somebody to romanticize you, that's where you start. You romanticize yourself first, and energy has no choice but to bring that same frequency right on back to you, love. Next, take an etiquette class. It doesn't hurt. It only helps. It only improves, and you get to expand your knowledge and your wisdom. You never know where life can take you. You never know what doors, what opportunities you'll walk right into. Take an etiquette class, learn something new, expand your brain capacity with more knowledge, and benefit from it. And when you go around and you're moving in everyday life, practice it in your everyday life. You can only attract better things and people to you by doing so. Develop a feminine walk. Remember what I said, slow your walk. Your natural sways will happen in the hip region. The body will be bodying as it should. Don't always be in a rush. Put your shoulders back. Be mindful of your posture. You don't have to stick your back all the way in and think that that's going to make your butt poke out more. No. Stand up straight, upright, shoulders up and back, head up high, and turn on that confidence. And then you just walk. Not too fast, not too slow. You'll develop your own walk naturally, and you'll attract whoever you need to attract, and you'll feel sexy doing it. Practice a walk. Get in the mirror. If you want to walk like a model, do your thing. Like I said, find somebody you admire, master it, and then turn it into your own. That's how you do it. Lastly, this is the very last tip for ways to be more feminine, ladies. Let people help you. Let people help you and do it for you. Many women have problems with accepting help. And a lot of the times it starts from trauma, not having that help before, you feeling like you've always had to be the one to take care of yourself and figure out a way. So now it's kind of hard to let other people in, whether it's it could be your mom, it could be a sister, it could be a best friend, it could be a romantic partner. You have a hard time allowing them to do things for you. You have a hard time letting go of that control. Anybody out there guilty of that? I know I used to be. And sometimes I feel like not allowing people to help you, especially when they are the ones that offer it, is a form of self-sabotage. Why don't you deserve to have that help, you know? How come someone can't come to you and just give you something just because they want to give you a gift? Why does it have to have ulterior motives all the time? You know, that self-sabotage can be very damaging. Be careful with that, because sometimes that self-sabotage can stem from or can lead to self-hatred. Because somewhere deep down you feel like you are undeserving of more. You're undeserving of good. And you need to fix that, because whatever frequency you put out into the universe, the universe will only multiply that and intensify it and bring it right on back to you, whether it's in different people or in different situations and circumstances. So fix that. Last thing that I had to say, my girls, is to always be consistent and practice until practice becomes habit. So with that being said, my loves, it was good being with you in the session again today. And until next time, make sure y'all work on that appearance. Take some of these tips, use them, apply them to your life, and let me know how it works for you. Later.